Congratulations to CII for organizing yet another edition of ICON. This is an event in which I have participated before as well, and I understand the kind of diligence which journey, so I'm sure it will be a very useful part of today's ICON. Because this is a CII event, I would like to speak more about the corporate element of encouraging innovation and entrepreneurship. My colleague Srinivasa Garu has already spoken about the kind of encouragement the government gives to startups, and of course there is no end to it. We can continue to do more and more, and we will do more and more. But I would like to focus my speech a little bit on about how can this partnership between startups and corporates can become a win-win situation. And of course, Mr. Deshpande and others have alluded to it, but I'll add my own perspective. I'll try to give some actual examples which I've seen personally in the last 7-8 years here in Hyderabad. Reasons why we have been, Mr. Chris Gopalakrishnan is here is that CII has decided to set up its Center of Excellence on Entrepreneurship, Innovation and Startups, headquartered in Hyderabad. The facility is coming up in the new T-Hub building, and we were just talking about it, that hopefully in a matter of maybe a month or 2 months at the most, the facility will be up and formal function to inaugurate it. But while the facility is getting ready, the programs of this center have already started, and I'm sure Gopal Krishna will speak about it. And I also have participated in some programs which are of value. I remember there was one program in which there was a sensitization to lots of government officials on how to create a culture of entrepreneurship. I was asked to share the Telangana experiences. There were similar programs targeted to other CII members, etc. So while the center will actually get up and running in its own facilities in a matter of time, but programs are already going on. So I would request all of you to keep an eye on what kind of programs are going on, how can you join and participate in those programs. But the fact is that in our country, elsewhere in the world, we now have enough learnings, enough experiences to suggest that corporate partnership with startups is a very symbiotic kind of relationship. Both parties gain. Startups gain by understanding corporate requirements, by getting corporate mentorship. Sometimes the product and solution which they offer to the corporates, it is so compelling that they end up getting options to their exit. And corporates also benefit in multiple ways. And now I would like to give some actual examples of some of the corporates who have run largely with T-Hub as the anchor, and what kind of benefits they got. I'll pick one example of 3 kinds. So the first example that I want to share relates to a corporate facing certain or seeing certain opportunities, looking at certain internal processes, startups to address or attend to the same issues. So I'd like to share this very interesting, now Meta, as all of us know. So in those days when it was still called Facebook, today we know that Facebook is betting big on AR, VR, Metaverse, the company itself, Meta. But this is about still at a nascent stage, and obviously now we know that that is how Facebook's thinking was going on. But in those days it appeared very interesting, very novel. So Facebook came to us mentioning that they want to engage with startups who are having some interesting AR, VR products and solutions. And Facebook has some long-term interest in it. We would like to understand how it goes. So that was the opportunity shared with us. And T-Hub engaged with Facebook, and on their behalf ran a long corporate innovation program. Lots of startups, corporate challenge program rather, lots of startups were identified. Very long time. I don't have very up-to-date figures or information, but I know for sure that at least 3 of those startups, one which also was from Hyderabad, but unfortunately they shifted base to Bangalore. So they were engaged with Facebook while the program started in 2016. Even till 2020, 2021, they they were kind of so other examples in which a corporate has identified some problem or opportunity or challenge, and instead of doing it by themselves, have decided to engage startups to look at the same issues and give them good solutions, etc. So this is one way in which corporates can engage with startups through the facilitation of T-Hub. The other example is of a different kind, which is, as again people pointed out, how do you motivate staff members of a particular company to become innovative, to become entrepreneurial? And I would like to again give the example of a company which today last 8 years, and if as I said, my passion for the last 8 years. I want to compliment CI Telangana for organizing this event. The more we talk about why startups are important, how you work with startups, and I'll get into a little bit more details. I think we are contributing to nation building, and I will explain this also. So, let me compliment CI Telangana for organizing this. The ICON platform is an all-India platform that CI has launched. It runs all through the year. It goes to different states, different topics, etc. And it's a way for CII to name itself states, and Jayesh talked about examples of how enterprises should growing, and it's being taken to different parts of the country. Later on, there will be a presentation about the platform itself. Jayesh mentioned about Center for Excellence on Innovation and Entrepreneurship. So, as soon as we mentioned to him that CI is planning to set this up, ICON 2022, organized by CII, is bringing together startups, enterprises, investors, venture capitalists, and employees of these startups together on a single platform. And our goal is to promote creation of more startups, creation of more jobs, bringing growth to the economy, and help India transition to a $10 trillion economy sooner than later. We're very happy that our Center for Excellence on Innovation, Entrepreneurship and Startups, which is set up by CII, is coming up here at the T-Hub 2 in Hyderabad. And we're looking forward to working with the startups here in Telangana and establish Telangana as the destination for startups. See, during Corona, the startups did get affected, just like any other business, because the economy slowed down. The startups are starting to recover now. We are seeing now new startups emerging. We are seeing existing startups starting to scale up. And I am very optimistic about the next 10 years for the Indian economy. I strongly believe that many of our unicorns will become multinational corporations, and I also believe that more startups will emerge in areas like healthcare, in automotive, in education, in retail and e-commerce. So every sector will see a lot of activity.
Thanks. Your card, sir. Card.
I don't carry.
అట్లాంటి సదుపాయం హైదరాబాద్లో ఉండడం వల్ల స్టార్టప్స్కి ఇంకా మరి చేయూత ఇచ్చే అవకాశం ప్రభుత్వం చేస్తున్నటువంటి కృషితో పాటు ఇక్కడ హైదరాబాద్లోని సిఐఐ వాళ్ళు కూడా వాళ్ళ ఇన్నోవేషన్, ఆంటర్‌ప్రెన్యూర్‌షిప్ అండ్ స్టార్టప్ సెంటర్ ఆఫ్ ఎక్సలెన్స్ ఇక్కడే స్థాపించి ఉన్నారు. గౌరవ్ బాలకృష్ణ అండ్ ఇన్ఫోసిస్ కో ఫౌండర్గా ఉన్నారు నారాయణ గారు. వారు ఈ సెంటర్కి అధ్యక్షులుగా ఉన్నారు. అండ్ ఈ సెంటర్ హైదరాబాద్లో కార్పొరేట్ భాగస్వామి కూడా స్టార్టప్స్ కార్యక్రమాల్లో చాలా మంచిగా జరిగే అవకాశం ఉంటుంది. గత అనుభవం బట్టి కూడా మేము చెప్పగలము దట్ ఎక్కడైనా స్టార్టప్స్కి కార్పొరేట్స్ నుంచి సహాయ అందుతా ఉంటే వాళ్ళకి కొత్త ఆలోచనలు వస్తూ ఉన్నాయి, వాళ్ళకి ఫండింగ్ కూడా కొంత వెసులుబాటు కలుగుతూ ఉంది. వాళ్ళు ఇట్లాంటి సమస్యలు కార్పొరేట్ అనుభవిస్తున్నారు, దానికి తగినట్టుగా వాళ్ళు సొల్యూషన్స్ తయారు చేయగలుగుతున్నారు. ఈ సెంటర్ కూడా రాబోయే 2 మాసాల్లో లాంఛనంగా టీ హబ్లోనే ఒక భాగంలో వాళ్ళు సెంటర్ స్థాపించి ఉన్నారు. సో లాంఛనంగా ఒక 2 మాసాల లోపల అవకాశం. సో ఇట్లాంటి సెంటర్ మన సిటీలో ఉండడం వల్ల భవిష్యత్తులో కూడా మంచి స్టార్టప్ కార్యక్రమాలు చేయగలుగుతాం.
We don't have a program yet, but we are starting program for